The cheers from the Magic Knight's entrance exams still echoed across the capital. Against all expectations, both Asta and Yuno had pushed past every obstacle and earned their place among the squads. Yuno's wind magic had sliced through the sky like a flawless blade, and his towering tornado spell had left spectators stunned. When his number was called 164, the captains raised their hands as though it was the most obvious choice in the world. Meanwhile, Asta, who possessed no magic whatsoever, stood there being mocked for daring to aim high. But the louder the insults grew, the louder his determination burned. Even when told he had nothing to offer, he refused to back down, screaming with every ounce of his soul that he would become the Wizard King someday. That boldness caught the interest of Captain Yami, who laughed in approval and told Asta to join the Black Bulls. And so, the fates of the two boys forked Tuno, heading toward the prestigious Golden Dawn, while Asta marched toward the rowdiest squad in the kingdom. Yuno's arrival at the Golden Dawn, inside the elegant Golden Dawn headquarters, Yuno introduced himself calmly. Kurao Surunitz, a senior member with sharp eyes and an even sharper tongue, welcomed him with a stiff formality. He questioned how a commoner from an unknown village managed to catch the eye of their captain, making it clear that talent alone wouldn't earn him respect. Yuno accepted this cold treatment without complaint. He was confident in what he could do, and in the path he would walk his power would speak for him soon enough. Asta's chaotic welcome to the Black Bulls far away! Asta stepped into the Black Bulls base, or rather, chaotic war. The moment he opened the door, the interior was filled with shouting, objects flying, and several people threatening to kill each other. Magna was yelling about some insult he refused to let go. Vanessa was drinking like it was a celebration. Gordon mumbled a string of quiet curses no one could hear. Charmy was busy hoarding snacks. Gauche was screaming about his beloved sister Marie every 2 seconds. And Finral looked like a peaceful man trapped in a madhouse. Asta froze for a second, realizing that these were now his teammates. But because he was a star, he decided to match their energy, shouting his introduction at full volume, declaring proudly that he was the newest Black Bull from Hodge Village, and someday he'd become the Wizard King! That only made his headache-prone companions suffer more, prompting shouts telling him to shut up. The entire room exploded into arguments about noise, food, magic, and Marie. Final tried to restore order, but everyone kept talking over him. Then the doors burst open. Yami, towering and terrifying as always, walked in with the aura of a man ready to destroy anyone who annoyed him. He announced that they had a new recruit only to find out Magna had knocked the poor guy unconscious earlier. After dragging him out of the rafters, Yami shoved Asta forward and introduced him as their newest member. Final stepped in to guide Asta through a chaotic introduction tour. Gordon was introduced as someone practically impossible to hear, but genuinely kind. Vanessa cheerfully raised her drink while being described as a warm-hearted troublemaker. Lakfosha, grinning with sparks around him, greeted Asta with pure battle hunger. Gauche, after showing a picture of Marie for the 20th time, declared death upon anyone who touched his sister. Charmy was happily munching snacks and seemed more interested in feeding Asta than fighting. Gray appeared briefly as a cloud of smoke before anyone could properly understand him. Magna was proudly introduced as a fiery street punk with a huge ego. Finral himself bragged about being a ladies' man. And finally, everyone bowed as Captain Yami sat on his throne-like chair, radiating intimidation. Asta felt his heart race with excitement. They were chaotic, loud, reckless, but they were a team. And now he was part of it. But Magna wasn't going to hand over the official Black Bull robe, so as he announced the baptism Trila tradition every new member had to endure. Magna demanded Asta do 5,000. Everyone doubted the tiny newcomer could last, but Asta tackled the challenge with explosive energy. Sweat poured down. Muscles shook, but he didn't stop. Even the others began to acknowledge the absurdity of his stamina. Though it wouldn't matter in a world of magic, they were impressed nonetheless. Magna declared the second trial. Asta had to withstand or evade Magnus' attack magic using any skill he had. The atmosphere shifted from chaos to tension. Asta grabbed his massive anti-magic sword, grounded himself, and prepared. Magnus summoned his explosive fire magic, hurling a blazing spell straight toward him. Asta rushed forward, thinking he could slice it the same way he'd cut magic before. But instantly he realized this attack was different, faster, more forceful. If he sliced this one, the momentum alone would crush him. At the last instant, Asta's instincts took over. He shifted his sword sideways, using the broad flat of the blade to meet the explosion. The anti-magic absorbed the spell and reflected it backward, shocking everyone, including Magna, who barely dodged in time. The bulls roared in amazement. Many recruits in the past had been blown straight into the wall by this trial, but Asta, a kid with no magic at all, had survived and countered. Magna was stunned into silence before bursting into a proud grin. He admitted he had misjudged Tosta and revealed he himself came from a village not far from Hodge. For the first time, he felt a strange brotherhood with the new guy. Luck immediately challenged Asta next, but Final dragged him away before more destruction followed. Asta earns his black bull robe finally. Magna tossed the black robe toward him. Asta caught it, trembling with excitement. He put it on proudly, and Final fixed the clasp on his shoulder. Captain Yami stared him down and grunted that the robe suited him just fine. Though he joked, the color didn't. But the meaning was clear. Asta had officially become a black bull. The others nodded. Some smiled, some shouted, some melted into smoke, but all accepted him. Asta stood tall, promising he'd never bring disgrace to the squad, to Yami, or to himself. And though Yami told him to shut up, a small smirk tugged at the corner of the captain's mouth. Asta had taken his first real step toward his dream.